What's up everybody, welcome to this week's video. As there's been a lot of changes to the items for support players, which has impacted the different support item builds, I want this video to summarise all of these quite nicely for you, as well as keep all of the recent champion guides that I've produced in tune with the updates. As always, check the description below for useful timestamps and information, and drop any questions you have in the comments below. Allow me to start by explaining the changes to the Aegis of the Legion tree. These have contributed to the introduction of new items, and the Aegis and its parent items no longer provide the aura that boosts magic resistance and health regeneration. This change was a huge threat to the item, as it removed a huge chunk of the support in game and threatened the appeal of building items that had a feel to it. The recognition towards maintaining this feeling to the support role has brought in a rift of new items and shaken up other items in some way or another. Now then, Locket of the Iron Solari, the predominant upgrade from the Aegis, now provides additional armor and double the shield. This makes the item viable against heavy AD compositions, as well as ones that already feature AoE damage as well. I don't think I'm going to prioritize this item as much as I once did, but it's still very useful. The other upgrade from Aegis, Banner of Command, is henceforth disregarded from the mage support items and now tunes more to tanks, although again I don't feel like it's a priority item. So our Enchanter supports have had different item changes, as well as a new item called Redemption. It's like a bard ultimate that provides a mini Soraka and Karth assault for those who are in its vicinity. It's a pretty good item, especially for solo queue, and for those forgetful summoners as well, or shall we call this planned, as it can also be used whilst we're dead. I've used this item on Janna and Lulu and got great results, and I'd recommend it on most heal and shield based supports, as it offers great stats, an extra kick in the teamfights, and the potential to improve your bard judgment skills at the same time. Ardent Censer, another favourite item of mine, will still be featured within my item builds. It now grants an on-hit heal, more attack speed, and it's slightly cheaper. Except it won't be boosting your heal and shield as much as it once did, and it now grants slightly less on hit damage for your carries. The item is such an all-rounder, and I really like the sustain it gives your carries before they get their lifesteal in late game. Mikael's Crucible now also gives advantages against multiple slow effects, as well as high crowd control, as it always has. Despite the item no longer providing a heal benefit, it does give a cleanse and a 2-second ghost effect for whoever you use it on. I've always valued its heal in the past as its extended fights, however without the sustain, you need to use this item much earlier in your team fights, perhaps even to allow allies to move more aggressively onto enemies as well. I think in solo queue, it's going to be tough to make this item effective, as it's going to require communication to allow your allies to use it to the best potential. Although to entice you into buying it, it is slightly cheaper and grants 20% extra power to your heal and shields. Now then, Wardens or melee tank type supports will greatly welcome a new item named Knight's Vow. I've always felt that tank supports have lacked flair within their item builds, and this fills that space quite nicely. Specialising in health, armour and regeneration, this item can bind to a champion, similar to how Zeke's Harbinger does, and when the ally is nearby, it gains a Janna-like movement speed boost towards you, and additional armour passive, and when your carries are dealing damage, it heals you for 12% of this. Although any damage they take is redirected to you for the same amount as well. This is going to be a very popular support item, and it fits on melee based supports the best. Face of the Mountain, a popular upgrade for most melee supports, now also grants yourself and a nearby ally a heal when it's used. This minor change could probably sway me from buying Eye of the Equinox, although that is still a useful item if you want to fit in other activationals alongside Zrot Portal and other things. So this pretty much summarises the changes to the items, minus the cost of a few other items being reduced. And generally, I think that support items are in a good way at the minute, as there seems to be a lot of opportunity for cooldown reduction, sustain, and activational benefits alongside other stats. So whatever you choose to build, aid your carry survival and overall team play and kick ass. I'm sorry I couldn't get this video up to you guys sooner, and I still have a lot to cover before the pre-season ends. So I shall see you in the next video. Bye!